I live in Lebanon Borough. I used to be a councilwoman. I was very involved in Hunterdon County politics, and I'm proud to say that I made a lot of positive change, a lot of shared service agreements, and we worked very hard, but I chose to walk away from being an elected official because I was looking at my 3 sons, and I was seeing force-fed information to my students, my kids, in my home, from their teachers, from the public schools, from different and varied opinions and people who had financial backing that was stronger than I had. I chose to walk away. I formed a group called the Hunterdon Conservative Forum. We take people, we educate them, we reach out, we provide service opportunities, we bring other people in, law and hospital included. What I would ask of you is to be an educated constituency. You can vote. Anyone can vote. But the people that vote to make a difference are educated. If you take the time to educate yourself, reach out to your neighbor, but more importantly, reach out to those 18-year-olds because they are being force-fed garbage in our public schools.
Hi, my name is John Poirier. I'm from Montgomery Township. Actually, the process of starting a Tea Party chapter in Montgomery. I want to talk about God, rights, and slavery. The only real rights that you have are God-given rights, and that's recognized in our founding documents. When someone comes along and says they have a right to something like health care, it's not really a right. You cannot have a right to any man-made commodity or service. Because if you assert a right to the fruits of someone else's labor, then you are putting them in servitude to you. And ultimately, the people across the street who are talking about health care for all and promoting socialism, they are setting themselves up to support a regime of slavery. Because ultimately, you have a government robbing you of the fruits of your labor and giving it to someone else as a false right. The other thing I wanted to mention, last year I ran for state assembly on the Steve Lonigan ticket. And somebody earlier said the fight to change things is in November. That's not exactly right. The fight starts June 8th in the primary elections. I can tell you that the turnout last year was abysmally low, and that in my town, Montgomery, we have voting districts won by as little as 5 votes. If you think your vote doesn't count, that's absolutely not true, because at the current level of voter turnout for primaries, every single vote counts. And a handful of votes can literally win or lose a district for the candidate of your choice. And this primary, if you're not happy with Leonard Lance as your congressman, Mr. Cap and Trade, you've got to get out and vote in the Republican primary for another candidate. If you like what I've had to say today, think about voting for Dave Larson. That's who I'm supporting. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else?
Are we going to be at that meeting Mary's having the 23rd? Is that a Friday night?
I'm, as you can hear, not born and raised American, but I chose to come and live here because I believe in the founding principles of this country. In Africa and in Europe, we have seen what big government socialism does. We didn't come here to embrace the loss of the beauty of what has been created in this country. But the one thing I want to say is this. The draw card that socialism tries to present is that there will be no poor among you, that the poor's needs will be met. Long before socialism ever became an idea, there was a mechanism for meeting the poor. It is called love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I am so glad to be part of a community that believes in that maxim. And if you know somebody who is poor, let them approach our churches and we'll take care of it without the big hand of government. We don't need the failed policies of socialism to tell us how to take care of our poor. We'll do it ourselves. We'll do it by an age-old principle of selfless sharing. So let us stand together and make sure that there is nobody poor and in need among us, that the government can point to us and say, well, you failed, we've got to do it. We'll say, no, 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 we will do it.
I'd like to say, to put my 2 cents in, that we can start locally. New Jersey, I don't know if anybody's noticed, has taxes that are somewhat on the high side. And it seems that we have a governor in office who is finally willing to take the heat and stand up to the bullies who have been sucking us dry. As my friend said earlier, she saves $30,000 a year, the school's $30,000 a year by educating her own children. We don't get any benefits from the state and the tax money that we're saving them. I support, as an individual, I speak for myself, I support Governor Christie. I support his efforts to rein in the bullies that are in the teachers' union. I support the teachers who are good teachers and are teaching for the children. But those who are teaching for the benefits and refuse to even pay 1.5% are disgraceful. So I would encourage you all to support Governor Christie, and again, I am speaking only for myself.